Hey everyone, it's Amy, and today I have in a PR package from AZUREBEAUTY. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This is one of their dip powder kits. And if you've been watching my channel, you guys will know I am strictly a gel nail tech. I do hard gel, gel polish. I don't use acrylic except for like actual art techniques, but I have never used dip powder. And I've had a couple questions here and there regarding dip powder. I've never used it myself before, but I know that this is very popular and a lot of people are getting dip powder. And this company did reach out to me and asked if I would like to try one of their kits. So I thought this was the perfect opportunity to get into dip powder and see what it's all about. So I know the basics of what it is and how it works, but again, I've not done much research on it. So you will see my first reaction as a gel tech, how to use dip powder. Let's go ahead and just unbox this guy, see what we are working with. Here are the instructions. AZUREBEAUTY. All of their like packaging is really pretty. Dip powder kit. So let's go ahead and just read this before we get into everything. So step 1, prep your nails, wash your hands, remove cuticle, remove shine. So this would be the same prep that you would do for doing any sort of nail service. And then it says for artificial nails, attach the artificial nail tip to the natural nail, file or drill to blend in. So this is the same step. So if I'm doing like, I can still do my gel X nails and put the dip powder on top. Second step is to apply the base coat. Step 3, quickly dip nails into the desired color powder. Use clean brush to remove excess. Air dry for 30 seconds. Step 4 is to apply another base coat. So then we're repeating steps 2 and 3. So we do 2 coats of the color. Then you apply the coat of activator. Air dry for 60 seconds. Step 7, you can file, even out thickness, shape, all of that. And then apply a coat of top to the entire nail. Apply a second coat of top. So let's see what we got in the kit. We got 2 extra brushes, which is really nice. So those are for these guys. We got this nice fluffy brush to brush off the excess powder. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 dip powder colors. Up here we have the base coat. Here is the activator. Here is the dip powder top coat. So base coat, activator, top coat. And then this number 4 is brush saver. Oh, I just noticed there is a cuticle pusher that comes in the kit. That's pretty cool. So let's take a look at the colors. So here's what the colors look like. They are 10 grams. This says number 1. So there's no names on any of these. So I feel like if you've done nails before, even if you haven't done dip powder, you understand how to do nails. It's going to be pretty easy to follow, seems like. So let me pull out my base. my activator. The activator is the only one I'm not exactly sure what it does. Base and top coat, I understand. We'll start with number 1. I want to go ahead and buff this. Okay, so you can see I've removed the shine on that. We'll go ahead and cleanse. So just like you would do a regular nail. So you want to make sure that this powder is open. Oh, they all have seals on them apparently. That comes off pretty easy. So here's what the powder looks like. Looks like a nice French type of a pink. Okay, so my powder is ready. My nail tip is prepped. Here is the base powder. .45-degree angle. In and out. I'm going to go ahead and tap off the excess. Let me try. So you can see that I have a little lump going on there. I'm assuming that's why you have to file afterwards. Let's do a second coat. So I pulled that in and out quicker. Hopefully avoid that lump on the bottom. I think that might have been my error bumping into it. Okay. So I'm gonna make sure I close my base tightly. We're gonna close the powder before I dump it everywhere. We're gonna take the activator. It says apply the activator and then air dry for 60 seconds. Okay, so I have let that dry more than the 60 seconds. Feels nice and hard. I'm gonna go ahead and just try with my buffer. I feel like the buffer smoothed it out really nicely. I still have a little bit of that like lump on the tip, but since this is just my swatch stick, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it. On yourself or on a client, you'd want to even that out. So I went ahead and I cleansed it, some alcohol, and then we're going to do the top coat. I think this one's dry, air dry for 60 seconds as well. So if you're working on a human or on yourself, you'd be working on 10 nails. So once you start with the pinky, by the time you get to the pinky on the other hand, or get through all 10 nails, then the first one would have been sitting for more than 60 seconds. So you don't actually need to like sit there and wait a long time. You can go ahead and go through your one hand, go through your other hand, and then go back and do your second coat right afterwards. And of course, I'm just doing a swatch, so I have to be more careful about my timing here. While that sits, I'm gonna go ahead and print out a label for this, get these labeled right away. I thought they were gonna be 1 through 20, they are not. This one is number 1, so we'll go ahead and print a number 1. I think now is fine to do the second. So here is what number 1 looks like from AZUREBEAUTY. Just a nice light French type of a pink shade. But that process was really easy. I didn't seem to have any trouble except that bump I had, but even with the top coat, I feel like the top coat actually smoothed it out quite a bit. So I did prep all of my swatch sticks here. So let's go ahead and move on to the second one. This one looks more like a nude color. So this one is number 2. And they do have different kits. So they do have smaller kits. This one is one of their larger ones. It's a 20-piece kit. But they do have a smaller one that includes, I believe, it's these first 5. So all of like your French nudie type of colors. So if you're not into all the glitters and everything, you can purchase just one of their smaller ones to do some basic colors. So I will leave on the screen what this kit is called. Okay, you can see right there, I did not let it dry enough. I actually moved too quickly before I started brushing off the excess. So I do have a spot that I pulled off that color on. So that is something to be aware of too with your timing. You don't want to go too slow, but you don't want to go too fast on that. So let it dry before you brush off the excess. So here is what number 2 looks like. Definitely more of a nudie tan color. Matches my skin tone pretty well. And here's it compared to number 1. So here's what number 3 looks like. This is kind of like a light mauve-y purple shade. This would be a really nice fall time shade if you still want to do more nudes, lighter shades, but you want a fall time version of this. I think this would be a good one to have. Here's what number 4 looks like. This one is a baby pink shade. So to compare to number 1, they are quite a few shades different from each other. Here's what number 5 looks like. It is a nice lavender shade. So it is different from number 3, which was that muddy purple. This one's a nice springtime lavender shade. It's really pretty. You guys know I love purple, so I'm not going to turn down a purple. Here's what number 6 looks like. It is a beautiful mauve-y pink shade. Definitely a good fall time berry. It's not quite a mauve, it's more of like a berry pink. Really nice for the fall time. Here's what number 7 looks like. It is a beautiful cherry red shade. So you can see that these dip powders are very pigmented and they can get very bright in shade. Next one I'm working on is a glitter, so I'm very excited to see how that one turns out. Here's what number 8 looks like. It is a glittery pink. This one is a little bit transparent. So if you're doing this on your natural nail, you'll probably see like the end of your nail through this glitter, but you can always put down like one of the solid pinks as a base and then do a coat of the glitter over it. But this fine glitter went on super smoothly, no issue with this one. Here's what number 9 looks like. It is a silver glitter. This one is chunkier than that last one. And so this one I did run into, it was a little bit bumpy, but it was pretty smooth to even it out with the buffer really quick. Here's what number 10 looks like. It is an iridescent glitter. So this one is transparent. It is the see-through. So this one would look really pretty over any of these colors. Here is what number 12 looks like. It is a medium gray. Here's what number 13 looks like. It's a little bit darker of a gray. So if I pull number 12 back out, you can see how it is a couple shades darker, a little bit more purpley. Here's what number 14 looks like, and this one's actually a color changing. I just added a second coat to it, but if we let it sit a little bit, it turns from this blue into like a light purpley color. I don't know if you guys can see it there. It's starting to change. Once this gets completely dry, I'll go ahead and show you hot and cold in some water, but I didn't even know that this set came with a color changing color, so that was a fun surprise. I am gonna label this with a star on it, just that way I know it is a special effect one. So here's what number 15 looks like. It is almost like a navy type of a blue. So if we compare it to 14 when it's in its blue state, it is quite a few shades in difference. And then of course this one does change to that purple. This one seems to be a regular color. Here is what number 16 looks like. It's a nice berry, like deep berry color. Really nice for fall. Here is what 17 looks like. It is a black. It's not a perfect black. I feel like it is slightly a super dark gray, but it's pretty much a black. Here is number 18. It is a black holographic glitter. So it is a matte black glitter with some holographic pieces in it. This one is not full coverage. You would have to put this over a color. Here is number 19. It is a really pretty nudie, slightly coppery glitter shade. This one is full coverage. Here is what number 20 looks like. It is a black and silver sparkle. So to compare it to number 18, which was the black holographic, you can see that number 20 does have that silver in it. It is that mix of the silver and the black. And here is the last one, number 76. This one is a white. It is kind of like an off-white though. It's not a perfect white. This swatch does have some glitter in it, but this powder does not have glitter in it. I just had glitter left over in my brush from the previous one, so that got kind of transferred in it, but this one is a plain off-white. So that was the last one to swatch. I want to go ahead and lay out all 20 colors, that way we can look at them all together. Okay, so here is the lineup that we have, and what is super interesting is, so I had picked up the first color, saw that it was number 1. I picked up the last color, saw that it was number 76. So I assumed that they were all going to be very different numbers, but we actually have 1 through 10. We're missing number 11, and then we have 12 through 20, and then we have 76. So we do have 20 colors here. It's interesting how they piece that together with the numbering system. So this kit has a really nice range of colors. I feel like this kit is a very beginner friendly set, because you have your nudes, you have a pink, you have a light purple, you have a like berry, you have a traditional bright red, you got a couple glitters, you got some grays, some blues, a maroon, your black, some darker glitters, and then this one actually looks kind of gray now. And then it was a fun surprise to see that number 14 was that color changing one. And now that it's dry, You can see how it's changing to a lighter purple. Not quite as light as this one, but it is just a lighter purpley blue shade. So that was fun to find out that there was a special color in the mix. So again, I feel like this kit is a really nice beginner kit. You have a couple brights, couple nudes, couple darker colors, and then some glitters that kind of go with all of the colors. So it's a nice beginner friendly kit. And then of course it comes with all of the things you need. So the base, the activator, the gel top, the brush, the cuticle pusher, extra brushes. It really has everything you need in this kit. The only other thing I would say you would need is acetone, so that way you can cleanse your nail before you put on the base and then the colors. Other than that, this kit has literally everything you need in it. And I feel like the dip powder system is super easy to work with. I feel like it's very beginner friendly. The only thing is you would not be able to do it with the long nails because the containers are smaller. So there's no way I'd be able to fit my whole nail in there. Now what you could do is apply the base and then get a scoop or a swatch stick or even the cuticle pusher and dump it on top. I'm not sure how that would work. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm assuming you could probably do it that way instead of doing the dip if you have longer nails. But this kit I feel like is meant more for the average at-home person who wants to do their nails at home, who has natural nails, and they just want a nice kit to do their own nails at home. So here is an up close of all of the colors. All of the colors were full coverage in the 2 coats, very pigmented. Even the glitters, some of them are 2 coat coverage. The silver and the nude. The pink is almost a full coat coverage. This one, the iridescent, of course, is more transparent because the iridescent glitter is kind of meant to be that way. And these 2 black ones are a little see-through, but not bad at all, especially for a glitter. So that is the overview of all of the colors. I will be doing a separate video of me actually doing my nails using the dip powders. That way I can put them to the test, see how it is actually working on my nails. So make sure you guys are subscribed to stay tuned for that video coming up soon. And if you guys have any questions regarding dip powder, leave them in the comments below and I can answer some of those questions in my video where I will do my nails with them. I will leave a link to this kit in the description box down below, so make sure to go check them out. It is not an affiliate link at all. I'm not getting paid to do this video, but they did send over this kit for me. So make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy my swatching videos and trying new products. Make sure you're subscribed for more tutorials coming up very soon. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.